You know, you're only getting maybe like 1 out of every 10. You know, and that's charitable sometimes. And that's part of the singer's craft. You know, you get thrown into the shark tank and you just have to see, you know, how much is left of you when you're done. But this time, actually, it wasn't that bad. Because I'd worked with my opera before, it felt a lot like coming home. I'm Evan Corbett. I'm a baritone. I've been singing here in Toronto for just over a year now, and it's been quite an experience. Actually, I chose opera because initially, when I was in high school, I did a lot of musical theater, but then it became pretty obvious to me that I couldn't dance. So I basically went to opera because I knew there was going to be a lot less of that and more focus on the voice and acting. And so that felt a lot more natural to me.
So Evan and I have known each other for a long time now, and it's been really great to see his growth.
I flew out to Thunder Bay and I did a production of Marriage of Figaro, and I was Figaro, so I was like the lead of the play, and I felt so rad. And then, you know, I was doing all this performance, and the next day I flew back to Toronto to work at the bar. And so, like, I went from being this awesome superstar to the next day I'm like, yeah, you know, what can I get you for you today, you know? And so it's humbling, I'll tell you that.
Evan comes to you with a beautiful voice. So that's just, you know, a given.
To make a career work in opera, you do start kind of at the bottom. Like, and I was, for all intents and purposes, starting at the bottom. I didn't really know that many people here. I didn't really have a bunch of connections. And so it was really just good luck that I ended up working with my opera. And they were my first professional gig here in Toronto.
Good. So Evan, in The Rape of Lucretia, was a wonderful surprise. He was just excellent to work with, a great colleague, and vocally really someone that you could depend on.
He comes with a lot of his own ideas to the table, and I appreciate that.
The experience with my opera means to my career, it kind of was the crucible. It was the crucible that gave my career room to grow. Because without that first gig, and they are my first gig, you know, I don't know if I would be getting gigs now.
Lucretia, Lucretia,
When he auditioned again for The Italian Girl in Algiers, it was an opportunity to give him something bigger, something meatier to really sink his teeth into, but something that would show a different side of him as an artist.
So I'm going to be singing the role of Taddeo in The Italian Girl.
So I'm a slightly older character relative to Isabella, but I still have feelings for her that are not reciprocated. That being said, you know, there's a lot of comedic potential there. But
when you hear other people singing the things he sings, it sounds ordinary, and something he does makes the ordinary sound extraordinary.
I really wanted to be the best at my craft. I really wanted to have a really strong, solid technical background for my voice so I could do whatever I wanted with it. See, the roles that I feel that I fit better, I like singing the comedic roles, because to me, if you're the comedic role, you get to have way more fun than everybody on stage. However, unfortunately, I was born with features that suggest that I'm a villain, and so I make a great bad guy, but in real life, I'm a huge goofball.